Hope of the Heart. I'm your host, Adrian L. Riley. Today we're going to cover the founder, Angela Tanner's story. So go ahead and pull her up at this time because we still pray for us over here because we are due to producing podcasts and blogs and whatever else you want to call it. But we making it happen. So I believe in starting where you at. So here we go. How you doing, Angela?
Hello, brother. I'm doing all right today. How are you?
I'm doing well. You know what?
What?
I forgot my coffee.
I know. I thought about it, but we
It's
already
sitting right there
started.
on the table.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Well, Ray, I hope we starting. So I was just thinking our first episode will be that people just get to know you, like kind of, tell some of your backstory or whatever, some of your testimony. Of course, we'll let up to starting it. Ray, I hope so. Just start anywhere you feel comfortable.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll just first start off by saying how we actually started the Ray of Hope Foundation. Um, when I lost my son, Devontae Patrick, also known as Ray, everybody called him Ray, he was murdered back in 2013. So I felt led, my brother, well, you and I, we felt led, it was put on our heart to help the young people and what we could do for the young people. And it really touched my heart when Devontae and Ray, um, the the ones that got caught, the boys, the young men that shot him, when they got caught, they went to court. The one boy, the actual shooter, we talked about and we saw how he was in court and no one was there to support this young man. Even though he killed Ray, I was just my heart was broke because this young man was there and nobody supported this kid. So it was put on my heart. And I remember telling you, what we gonna do. And I remember the first thing you said is, whatever you want to do, let's do it. And so that's how we basically got started, with the foundation. Even though we started and then we had to stop for a little while because that's a whole nother story. But but yeah, that's what really led me because I just had a heart for the young people and just to see the young men out here and and with no hope and just, carrying guns and just out here acting a fool.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I just seen a story this morning while it was a kid. I don't know where it was at, but he was robbing like a store, like a fast food place, and he was going table to table with a gun, give me your stuff. So he was going in the circle, and when he came back, one of the guys had a gun on him. So when he went back past, he shot him in the back. So the debate is, should he shot him in the back or whatever? And it's like, well, the guy was robbing the place. I mean, but I kind of get that. But at the same time, they found out the guy was robbing. The gun he had was a toy gun.
Oh, wow.
Too.
And
So,
see, it's just, that's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But so what do we do,
Yeah, actually, I was talking to one of the judges yesterday. Saw in the store. And just quick, just talking about like doing everything we do, if we could just help one get out of it, it'd just be worth it. And it's good to hear a judge say that because it was a time when the judge was trying to give out time like free cheese, which in some cases people should get football number time, but based on what they do, but it wasn't about trying to rehabilitate people or find out what's going on in their life that caused them to go down that path to carry guns and things of that nature. So, but it's good to see we got judges around here now more so into helping.
And I'm so glad to hear that and see that, because that's really what the problem is. We need to find out because my thing was I needed to know why. What makes you, first of all, want to carry a gun, and then second of all, think that it's okay for you to take somebody else's life. I needed that, and that's part of the reason why I won't give up the foundation. Is because I got to know that why. I just cannot let that why go. And then it's, for us to be able to help, to help to figure out why are these kids doing that, and then to do what we can to do to help them get out of that,
Yeah.
So
Because a lot of people got a misunderstanding of
Yeah.
some of that stuff. So, when I change my life around, people like, was people after you, after that? Like, no.
Right.
Why would they be after me?
Right.
I mean, I got why they
Yeah.
said or asked
Yeah.
that, but it's like, no, I don't want no gang or,
Yeah.
oh, no, there's just no. So sometimes I think people don't know what questions to ask either. So, I run all these groups with kids or even high-risk kids, adults, and I will ask them why in the context of them not answering in that moment, but it's like teaching them how to train themselves to analyze their thinking.
Right.
It's like, so don't ask yourself why in a judgmental way. Just ask yourself why. Well, why you need to carry guns?
Right.
People, it's ops out there. Well, why you have them? Like, why you got opposition? Like, what are you doing personally to put yourself in a position where you got ops?
Yeah.
Exactly. What you do to people? You doing something?
Right. Exactly.
Like, or maybe they just hate. I don't know, but people just randomly don't have opposition, like lethal opposition, unless you doing something or around somebody that's on something.
Yeah, exactly. And I say it all the time to these kids, be careful who you hang around with. Pick your friends wisely. But like you said, that's just the beginning. That's a start, to start finding out, well, why are you even in this, And two, like I said, and I used to say it all the time, people would kind of get upset, but I was like, it does. It starts in the home. It starts in the home. And not saying for everybody, but the majority, it's at the home. And them kids do what they see you do.
Yeah.
And you looking crazy and got a pistol and think it's fine and it look cool and your daddy doing it and I'm going to do it. So.
Yeah, that's what I would get. It is so crazy. Like, people don't put that together. Like, it's just, how do you? So I was thinking about how we grew up, and I'll tell people about dad and stuff, whatever. I said, man, please. I did some bad stuff, but the reason why I went off the chain because we had structure growing up.
Exactly.
We knew. I didn't have to talk back to the police because I learned. I can't even talk back to my dad because he's an authority figure.
Right.
Ain't no talking back. But the authority say that's it.
Yeah.
So when the police says something, it's like, well, I ain't gonna argue because for what? They ain't gonna win because the authority just spoke. It's a wrap.
That's the thing. So
now they arguing with the police and stuff and that's what when we watch the videos, and I always say that's learned behavior.
Right.
Because somewhere they seen somebody talk their way out of an argument with somebody else, not the police, because that rarely works.
Yeah. Exactly.
But they seen that at home.
Exactly. And I've seen it with my own eyes before, and I was in shock. Where do they? Ooh, we would have got the backhand, and we was coming out.
You can't even talk to other adults like that, let alone the police.
Right. That's crazy. So, so we're just really trying to, put some programs together and see what we can actually do. Like I say all the time, you work so hard, and I just thank God for you because I don't know what I would do without you. But we're just trying to get it together and stick and hang in there, and
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna look at the camera. Parents,
right?
Hey. Watch out for your kids. Have a conversation for your kids. And also, this is one thing I would teach in my parenting class, inside out dad class, or some other model we'll use, is I would tell the men, you must first become what you want your children to be.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's just like you have to model good behavior for the children, because the internet and all that goofball junk they watching on there, you have to have a stronger influence than that. And it's very hard because the internet is the internet. It's a strong influence,
right?
Especially if they consume a lot of it. So you have to keep it in check and question your kids and keep an eye on them, because I know I still ask my kids and they're adults, the other two, when they say something like, where you learn that?
Right.
It's like, I didn't teach you that. Like, where did you get that from?
Yeah. And like I said, and parents, you're going to have to be more, there's no more, my friend or my kids or my friend. We got to do better than that. Like I said, I'm gonna be very transparent. I wasn't the best, but there were certain things that I just didn't allow my children to see or do. You know what I mean? And mothers, we got to be more responsible about who comes in and out of our children's life, what kind of impact, influence that they're going to have on our kids, But yeah, we got to do better.
Yeah, parents, that's one thing. Yeah. Parents need to start consuming all this internet stuff too, because that's what got kids is all that stuff is TV stuff. They seen that and play dates. I remember the first time, one wife talking about gonna take Michelle on a play date. Like, what in the world is that?
Right. Yeah.
Where'd you see that at? It was on TV. That's a TV junk. We had no play dates growing up. Go outside and play. That's your date.
Exactly.
And don't come in the house for water. Does it? Just be outside and play.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like you're saying, parents being friends. They seen all that goofy junk on, all these elaborate birthday parties, all this just. What in the world? And every time I see someone on TV, they look at me, I say, no, I ain't doing that. Just
right.
I ain't asked you to do just in case, because it's on. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So yes, we got to do better.
Yeah, I ain't going to gender reveals, none of that junk. I ain't. But that's just me. I'm just weird. Just tell us on the phone. I gotta go through all that stuff. Like how I used to be.
I kind of like the gender reveals.
Yeah, of course. Well, women love it, but you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how we got on this rabbit hole, but that's the thing though. It's just and encouraging the parents and help them and have conversations with them, because parents get overwhelmed, and especially when the single moms, I notice with the boys when they get a certain age, and I don't know how many times it's ran across that even recently. Like this, I need help, and the mother is nice as can be, but the boy is running around, and we go in there to check the home check and make sure he ain't got no guns or dope or nothing in the crib and all that stuff. But it's just like, but.
Well, we're definitely gonna, try to figure this thing out and give as much information and content that we can to help, because that's really what we're looking for. Our goal is to help everybody right now, but we'll take who we can get, but we just want to be able to put that information out there, be very transparent about everything, because we done all been through some stuff, but we down to the wire now, this is some serious stuff, and out here with these guns, when you lose your children or your child, there's no coming back from that. They don't get to come back, and the one who did the crime, you don't get to do it again. You can't start all over and say, well, so we need to get down to the bottom of this and really, really start focusing on these children.
Yeah. Actually, I'm trying to find out what the mouth. Oh, there you go. See there, we over here struggling.
Right. We tried. Bear with us, y'all. Bear with us.
We got some technical difficulties. It's all right.
Right.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break real quick. So I don't want to steal it from her.
What?
After these messages,
we'll be
right back.
Well.
All right, we back. I have to go get. Wait a minute, what time we got on here? Yeah, we podcast too long. We might have to edit it.
Oh, really? So
Yeah,
how long?
probably not. I don't know.
An hour?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I learned how to get around that anyway. But yeah, took a commercial break. Noticed that didn't have the extra lights on. Just, I don't know. Just started recording like, wait a minute, we ain't got the lights on. I ain't got my coffee.
We said bear with us.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna make some mugs. So coming soon, Hope for the Heart mugs. If you want to buy some, we're gonna start coming up with merch for the foundation. So if you buy it, that proceeds will go towards the foundation as we run the program. So real quick, Angela, we call her Trixie. Like, yeah, maybe we should mention to everybody that we are brother and sister. So this is my older sister. So yeah, we brother and sister. So we doing this foundation together, trying to help the community. I mean, to be fully transparent, some of the issues that's going on in this community, I contribute to at one point in time. So, hey, but I dealt with my demons and came clean with all that stuff, and that's why I'm out just helping, because I understand. I mean, I carry guns too, just in case. Because again, it just go back to what I was saying earlier. You have ops because you doing stuff to draw ops.
Exactly.
I don't know, like I don't know why they call it that. But yeah, it just because you never know. You do gangster stuff.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
That come with it. So, but amazingly, when I stopped.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's something.
See, that's what people don't realize. We all got a past. We all got some history, but it's what you do with that that counts. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, yeah, like I said, people. I'm sure a lot of people that might even watch this podcast, they look back and say, "Wait a minute, that's Trixie." Ooh, we. What that was. You know what I mean? So yeah, it can be done, and we can. You just gotta be willing. You just gotta be willing to do it.
And you can do it in your own hometown. You ain't gotta go somewhere else. It pretend like you was something else.
Exactly.
I'm an angel. I've always been an angel. When you in Florida, tell like, dog.
I remember you. Right.
Well, you can stay in your own town and change your life, and everybody can see you. Then, it could be done. Because I know with certain people, certain things. Because I know some ex-gang bangers and stuff, and they pretty much had to leave.
Right.
They couldn't even go back.
Yeah.
Because they said everybody know went back got shot. Like going to see somebody else that got shot. He said, I ain't going back.
Yeah.
Like not into Chicago.
Right. I know that's right.
Yeah. But yeah, that kind of stuff. But it's just starting the principle. I think the first part that I think is hard with all of that is the first stage of being by yourself. Because once you trying to recalibrate your life and see what everybody's cut off, because you're just like, even good people. Like, I mean, I cut everybody off because I had to restart. Like, okay, start over from scratch. Like, how I'm going to live my life now? Like, what is this going to look like?
Exactly. Like I said, I still ain't got no friends now because I cut everybody loose. But that's just things that has to be done. But Adrian, so how are you feeling now since Ray passed? Because like I said, it really tore our family. I mean, destroyed us internally. Each one of us was dealing with a different type of So how was it?
Actually, it's interesting you ask because I don't think I never really talked about it, honestly. So I don't know. I mean, it was just devastating. I mean, it was a gut shot. Like that's the only way I can explain it. It was like even my relationship with the Lord was like for a second because it's not like I questioned him or any of that. It was just because I told you what I was studying spiritually in the city about how these killers were coming. So I was studying that. So when Ray died, it just in a weird, twisted way, I know it wasn't the case. I almost kind of felt like it was my fault because I was studying that and praying against that stuff, and then that happened to him. So that messed me up. It was just like, so it took me a second. I was telling the Lord, I was praying. I was like, Lord, I don't even want revelation for a while. Just let it go for a second because I said, I don't want to pray about nothing. I don't want that stuff. And so, and I was like that for like a few years.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, no, I can't. I was like, I'm straight for now. So, but then after a while, it's like, no, I gotta get back on it because Ray and Adriana were so close, and that, and in her case, that was one of the reasons she said she don't even want to come back, like live back here. Yeah, because that really shook her more than I realized. We talked about, I think, not the last time she was here, but like a couple times back
Wow.
about that. And it was just like, 'cause it was the same thing. Didn't really talk to her about it or ask,
Yeah.
and but it was just like, what? And I mean, that's why, when I was thinking about what people were saying to me when Ray got killed,
Uh-huh.
and that's why I said what I said when I did the eulogy. Like, we don't want nothing to happen to them
Right.
because people was like, yeah, we know if you was with who you used to be,
Yeah.
even though you a grown man, you would have went and found, or had somebody do it. But it's some people offer, like, yeah, man, we'll get them because we know you don't do that stuff no more, and you ain't.
Right.
And it's like, no, man, don't do that. Like, just, yeah, because man, if it was back in the day, like them young men, they wouldn't have to worry about prison.
Yeah.
So they would have been dusted, like plain and simple.
But I'm glad. I thank God for that we did want to retaliate, and
Mm-hmm.
and things are, they are working out. We miss Ray, but God actually does take something bad and turn it for good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
Yeah, we allow it. Like that's the hard part.
That's the
Sometimes just
hard
allowing
part.
it to,
Yeah.
like, how you make pain good, or how
Yeah.
what I'm saying, like how do you leverage pain?
Yeah.
And it's something you have to learn. Like, how do you leverage it? Because
And you do, because I know when it first happened, I was one of the ones. I was like, I want payback. I want them to suffer and die just like my son, But after time and prayer, and the whole family was, well, not the whole family, but you and a few others was saying, no, we're not going to retaliate, And I used to see one of the guys, one of the perpetrators' mother, and I acted ugly, every single time, you know what I mean? And finally, I was able to get past that, but the hurt was just so deep at that time, So anybody that was even, I thought that was friends with him, I wanted to get back, but but like I said, thank God that I was able to deliver me from that, and I don't feel like that now, but like when it first happened, I wanted everybody out of here,
Mhm.
So
That's one thing we probably should have. What's the name? What's the name? Mom on the show sometime.
yeah, and she's a very sweet lady, and I'm sure that she would love to come on and do her testimony, but she's a sweet lady. And I thank God for her, you know what I mean? I really do, because like I say, even though I lost my son and her son was part of that, me losing my son, she's still a mom too. She lost her son just as well, So, but yeah, so I think that'd be good to get her on the show one day.
Yeah, 'cause that's one thing I was thinking about this yesterday, and well, just a lot, just how we don't have community no more. Because, like what you said, speaks to community.
Yeah.
Because we lost Ray, but now he's going to prison for a long time. So she lost a son, and you feel all of that more when you're community.
Right.
Like, it's not just isolated. No, it's community. That affects everyone.
That's right.
Hence why we even started the show, where we can like kind of flush that out.
Right.
How gunfighters affect everyone in the community, but we don't have a community mindset no more.
That's right. Yeah. And it's good that we're able to talk about that too. I am just so I'm so excited about the whole thing, about the podcast. I am just really, it's just, I'm just, oh man,
Yeah, really. I was thinking like with that. Remember back in the day, be like, who your people? And then when they say your name, oh, your uncle so and so, and then they'll run your family down. I don't even know if people do that. I still do it.
I know, I do too. I do.
Who your people?
Right. I don't know them, but
like,
yeah.
Like what? I said, oh, the Elkhart branch, or the ones that came from Chicago,
Right.
that side,
Right.
whatever.
But back in the day, boy, you could say it like you said, they would run your whole family down. Everybody knew everybody.
Sure enough.
Yeah, and it's bad that it's not like that anymore, Yeah. I had somebody just the other day tell me, you too old fashioned. What's wrong with that?
I know. This modern stuff, boy, going to get y'all killed, divorced,
all kind of stuff. You got that right.
You think gun violence is bad now? Keep doing this modern thinking. You gonna be shot up and hung, and like if somebody just drove this whole family off the cliff in California, and you know crazy, it was like 250 feet. Like, what?
I
Like,
saw
boy.
that. Ain't that?
I said, people might start buying Teslas for show now. It's like, roll off the cliff in a Tesla. Like, what?
He said, "Ah, that, yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
That's
Yeah.
boy, that's God, boy.
telling you.
That's what they were saying. It's like that's a miracle how all of them
All of
survived. Like,
them.
and they got and he straight. They charging them. So,
Really?
but that's the thing though. This it kind of goes on the long lines of what we talking about. Okay, I understand charging them for driving, the family off the cliff and stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm sure, hopefully, get some help. There's gonna have to be some conversation need to be had about why would you try? Man, you know what I'm saying? Is a money problem? That's what it normally is.
Oh, so it was intentional.
Yeah, he did on purpose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what they charge him for, attempted murder or whatever.
Now, you know that was something. If you throw it off the cliff
Yeah.
and I still live,
Yeah. You know who else that happened to?
who?
Deion Sanders.
Really?
Yeah, he tried to kill himself like that, and he survived. That's what was one of the turning points in his life.
Wow.
He was so miserable, depressed. Yeah,
Well,
he jumped off the cliff.
Yeah, it's not funny, but yeah.
Yeah.
Showing up be a turning point.
Like, I can't even kill myself right, boy. That
Right.
ain't the devil. This guy right there.
Exactly.
The devil had to be really torturous to save your life. I want to torture you some more. I can't go let you die.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, when you dig into it, I mean, it's all in the same vein. When you
Yeah.
look at gun violence stuff, all the things that goes on in a person's life that leads up to. Now, a lot of those kids, because I talk to them in my groups,
Yeah.
a lot of them, it's not even really like looking forward to shooting anybody or
Right,
doing any of that
yeah.
stuff. It's just, you got curious because X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
And then when stuff go foul or go south before they can even think about it, they didn't already shot or been
Right.
shot at. I mean, because even that time we got shot at,
Yeah.
and I almost got shot by my own partners because they thought I was the other dude. And I'm running around the corner, all
Right,
thing saved me the gun jam
Right.
twice.
Wow, ain't that
Yeah.
something?
I was like, it's me. Like, I'm that's what it killed me.
Right. Yeah.
We went home and laughed about that. Like, man, that was bogus as the bug. You almost shot me. There was a double barrel shotgun. And
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it jammed. That's when I was standing on Jefferson.
Really?
Yeah. We came over here. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, right around here. Yeah. We and the rest of the crew,
Yeah. Wow.
got into it with some dudes from Chicago.
That's crazy. Like I say, they'll let a 3-second decision change their whole life. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was good. That was, like I said, making those decisions. Yeah, we probably do separate shows about going in some of those things. Because now I'm like triggered and thinking about all the stuff that even people will try to beg them not to be in the game. Like, no, man, don't do this because it's how they died or killed themselves as a result of trying to do stuff that they wasn't used to or seeing that stuff. And it's like, man, don't do that, man. You just work your job. Don't get a gun. Don't do none of that goofy junk.
Exactly. Yeah. You got a whole testimony though that people really need to hear. Yeah, you really do. So.
They're gonna hear me slurping on these mics. Podcasting, though. That's what we doing. Hope for the heart. Bringing hope to everybody.
That's right.
Hope for all. There we go. All right. Well, that's being there. I look so slouchy, but I have to work on that.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll be going bringing more people on the show. This is Angela's message. We're gonna be digging more into Angela's story, my story. We probably just do this style like this for a while. There will be people we'll have calling in once we figure out how to do all that stuff. But and invite other people to the platform and have panel discussions, which we have one already, which we haven't aired yet. The one when we could have Ray's Candlelight Visual, we had a panel discussion in this place. So that is not airing yet. We'll probably record a few more of these and then put them all out like on the schedule. So that's kind of the plan. And so the words that came to me today was execute.
That's right. I know that's right. Yeah. So just remember, y'all, this is our first show. So yeah. That's awesome.
I'm gonna go with a couple other things though before we go. See if I can find it because I don't have on my glasses. Another thing I forgot. All right, news break. So one of our segments will be, and we didn't air this one because I got to get permission from various people to make sure I don't mess mess up investigations and stuff. But whenever there's shootings or anything along those lines, that we'll do like a quick report. This might be on the screen you will see, and we'll just give because I go to locations at times when there's shootings because of with the job I do. So I might do a live on scene. There's been a shooting, or maybe we might ask for information, or tell people how to do the hotline. Again, I'm gonna talk to the chief and make sure and all that's okay. So talking to prosecutors, everyone, to come up with a format of how we can do that and encourage people to say something. So protecting your community is not snitching. Snitching is when you do stuff together, you get caught and you rat out everybody else.
Right.
But yeah, so you can, real quick, I gotta tell you, this was funny about that. I remember the first time I had to call the police on somebody, and it was the neighbors because it was loud. So Wani mad. I need to tell them to stop. Went over there, told her to do it. She's like, you need to call the police. Like, oh man, I can't be calling no police. Think about it. That's a minor, but they know you called. You just go there. But still, it's like, I was thinking, like, okay, do I deal with this, snitching type deal? This will make me really start looking at what it really is snitching versus, telling what you see and stuff, whatever. So, and I said, okay, I got two choices. I can hold up the no snitching and dealing with the police thing, or deal with Wani all night. Man, I'm gonna have to call these police. I'm not gonna be arguing for Wani all night.
Right.
Get it, boy. And I got to live with this woman.
I know that's right.
So, police calling it in.
I know that's right. Yeah.
They jump bad. We just have to handle it. But I was like, no, man, I got to call them.
Not gonna do this. That's right, boy.
Yeah, another thing too, Ray, Academy of Excellence, that didn't cover the whole screen because I had to make another one to make it do that. But that's one thing we are creating because we was talking about this kind of earlier. We want the young people to have some standards of code of conduct again, what you normally should get from your household, but we can help supplement that, developing code of conduct and giving incentives for kids through this program. So this is something to look out for. We're already kind of doing it, partner up with someone else, but this is the crest. You will see we have it on our shirts and polos and blazers and stuff here in the future. And also, we have other merchandise with that as well. So anything else you want to cover before we go?
I think we'll say the next episode.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to Hope for the Heart, and we will see you again real soon. And we are out.
Bye, guys.
See you later.